because the past is meant to be learned from. Throughout this assembly, I'd like you all to think about your New Year's resolution, about your goals for the year. Have you done something in the past year? Have you done something that you're proud of? Did you help out someone in need? Did you have fun? Thank you, Music Club. Now, could the Student Council come up, starting with the Co-Council, and share your resolutions?
Good morning. On behalf of the Co-Council, our resolution for the new year is to go talk to new people without fear and avoid procrastination in the new year. Thank you.
The Captains?
Good morning. On behalf of the Captains, we four aim at being better communicators, better listeners, and much more importantly, more patient with you guys throughout the end of the year. Thank you.
Vice Captains, come up on stage. And the Cultural Secretaries as well.
Hi, good morning, guys. So on behalf of all the Vice Captains, our resolution was to speak with confidence, not arrogance, and to disagree without disrespect, and to be firm in our values while being open-minded. Thank you.
After a lot of reflection during our time as cultural secretaries, our New Year's resolution is to always plan our important tasks ahead of time so that we don't face any unnecessary stress in the end and end up in last-minute meetings with Sindhu Auntie in the war room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Sports Secretaries, come up on stage.
On behalf of the four sports secretaries, we hope to be present and included in all house events and help our house leaders to the best of our abilities.
The Sports Coordinators.
As sports coordinators, we intend to raise standards through clear communication and fair, transparent selections.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Career Prefects.
As career prefects, we hope to balance both academics and extracurriculars while taking more initiative.
And finally, the Editorial Board.
To include more diverse voices and get to know people's experiences rather than just their achievements.
Thank you, Editorial Board. Now, I request Srinitish and Mahika to come up on stage to present the KC Spotlight.
We will now be sharing some student achievements that continue to inspire us and showcase hard work and talent. Harnik Singh of IG2 won first place in the Gymkhana Intra-Club Pickleball Tournament on December 14th in the 14 to 35 years age bracket.
Moving on, Krishay Venkatesan from IB1 represented our school in the Under-17 SGFI athletics meet held in Lucknow, and he's currently competing in the Under-19 Chennai District National Cricket Tournament in Hyderabad. Our IB2 students have now reached an important moment in their journey, successfully submitting their college applications, taking a confident step towards their future.
Thank you, Shrinkish and Mahika. Now, as you all know, this December was pretty packed for all of us. It was pretty busy. So I'd like to call up Arjun on stage to talk about our IB2 Winterfest production. Hi, Arjun.
Hi, Vairavi.
So, how do you think the play went?
I think it went very well. In fact, like right after the play got over, I was just thinking, man, mere hours ago, I was thinking that, oh my God, this play is in absolute shambles. It's going to go so bad. But after that, I didn't know what I was more in disbelief of, that we actually pulled it off. Or like just a few hours ago, I was thinking, oh my God, we're so cooked.
Okay,
So-
I always had faith in us because that's what we do, right? We pull things off at the last minute. That's all that practice from the cultural's big play. Now, this is the second time that IB2 has put on a production. Last year, it was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and this year, it was the Phantom Pirates, because we're scared of copyrights. So we continued that tradition, right? And the IB2s, like when we were in IB1, when they put on the play for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they were really an inspiration to us.
Indeed.
Are we happy to continue this tradition?
Yeah, I'm very happy, especially since I know a lot of my classmates are into theatre as well. Like Akhil, Dia, they were also a big help to me, and just seeing their passion also inspired me to continue on. And I don't know about like how interested my juniors are in this, but I'm really hoping they'll also continue the tradition. Like Lehan, please continue the tradition. So yeah.
Okay, but that's not to force you guys to continue this tradition, because putting on the production, was it difficult?
Oh, very
It
difficult.
was very difficult. Would you like to tell us about some of the difficulties we faced during the months that we spent in preparation?
Yeah, so it was generally a packed month, right? Like December had culturals, and I had my own college applications, and then I had summatives, and then I had just a week-long trip in the middle of the whole thing. So time is definitely an issue, especially since we were doing all of this on our own time. We only got a day or a day and a half at the end in the last week. So managing all of that was very difficult, the logistics. And of course, this isn't just a play, right? Like in culturals, you just act and you make dances and you come on put out together. This is like a production which had to raise money. You had to go. There was a marketing team. There was some tickets. There was a finance part as well. So it was actually like an entire business altogether. So that organizing all of that was very difficult. But at the end, I'm really glad with how it came out, because not only did the play come out good, we raised a lot of money for a very good cause.
Yeah, we raised around 85,000 rupees for Go Hygiene, an NGO that supports provides menstrual care packages to girls in underserved areas and government schools. And to IB1, even though this may seem daunting, this tradition, we really don't want to force you to carry this on, especially if not everyone's passionate about it. We hope that for your end of your full class CAS project, that you choose something that your class is truly passionate about, because this whole class project is one of our biggest memories of the entire our high school journey, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so choose something that your whole class is passionate about, and choose something that you'll have fun with. Anything else?
No, thank you everyone. Thanks to everyone who came and saw it as well. That was very reassuring to see people enjoyed it.
Even though we had complaints that our tickets were overpriced, it was for a good cause. You guys did good things. And thank you for coming to watch our show, and thank you to everyone who helped us, everyone who participated. Thank you to the actors, the lighting team, the sound team, everybody. Thank you so much. It was such a good time.
Also, thank you to the teachers who let us take that class time.
Thank you, Arjun. Now I'd like to call Hinaya and Akhil for the student voice that's coming up in a few months. Would you like to tell us about what the student voice is how it's going, its topics?
Yeah. So Student Voice is a yearly IB1 project where we share opinions from the students about two topics. This year we have two panels, one for IB1 and IB2, one for 9th and 10th. The panel for 9th and 10th is focused on what does agency mean to you, and the panel on for IB1 and 2 is on
what are some virtues that Gen Alpha and Gen Z believe in?
yeah.
So overall, I really enjoyed watching the Student Voice last year. I enjoyed the topic. It was really engaging, and I was so happy that, oh my gosh, it's IB1 now. I can finally be part of the Student Voice team. And like Akil said, the first panel discussion, IG1 and IG2 are watching it. But for both panel discussions, IB1 will be part as the panelist team, and we would like 2 panelists from IB1. And we're also inviting other people from other schools to be part of it.
We have 2 teams other than the lead panelists for both panels. We have a communications team which is responsible for coordination, and a team for designing the posters.
Okay, so there's a lot of outreach work happening as well.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Do we have a date for this?
Yes, this is happening on Jan 30th in the MBA actually.
Jan 30th. So everyone start thinking of Gen Alpha virtues. And it's not just using funky words. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And now I'd like to call up Sadhana for the blood donation drive. Hi, Sadhana.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sadhana. I'm from IB1. And along with 2 of my other classmates, Mayapin and Sanyukta, we're partnering up with Madras Voluntary Blood Bureau, which is a non-government organization that aims to promote voluntary blood donation. So this drive is happening on February 14th, and we are gonna raise. We're gonna get blood for cancer patients, and therefore there's a strict criteria. All donors need to be above the age of 18. They shouldn't have any hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and should not have had a major surgery in the past year. And they have to be over 50 kgs. More criteria and eligibility will be sent out in registration forms and posters. So please share this with your friends, relatives, and families, so then we can collect enough blood for the patients.
Thank you, Sadhana. And we can't end our reflection session without talking about culturals. So I'd like to call the captains up on stage. Hi, guys. So culturals. It was difficult. I saw the work that you all put in, and it was really tough, but it was also really fun, and we all had a lot of fun. So how did it go for each of you? Let's start with Satvika. Yeah. How was it for you? How was it for your house?
Even though this wasn't Agni's year in terms of results, this was definitely one of my favorite culturals. I feel like I made friendships with people that I might have never crossed paths with. So the trust, the friendships, the memories that I built along the way will definitely be the biggest win. So, yeah.
I think that really is the point of cultures, right? Like, it's not just to be creative and to win, but to build connections between grades and between middle school and high school. So How was that coordination for you? Because I know as a captain, you have to have a lot of coordination between high school, middle school, your other house leaders. So how was managing that for you?
I feel like you have to be really extroverted to be able to, talk to every single student and every single person in your house. Even there's high school, there's middle school, there's so many people you need to coordinate with. So if you're pretty extroverted and able to talk to everyone, it just makes everything a lot easier.
That's really nice. And the student council elections for the academic year 26-27, yes, is coming up in a few months. So is there any advice that you have to anybody looking to stand for captain next year?
Well, I would say try to get everyone included, and that's really, really important. Everyone has some talent that they shine in, and we should make use of that and help them show everyone that talent.
Thank you, Satvika. Aisha, how was cultures for you?
I think
This year, culturals was really, really good for Prithvi especially. And I mean, like said that, there were a lot of challenges for sure. I think one thing that really stood out to me this year that I don't think we had since like ninth grade for me, because that's when I joined, is that this year I saw participation from IG1 to IB2. Every single person in Prithvi contributed to some sort of way. And I think that really, really made a difference. I mean, evidently, from where we were like 2 years ago to where we are now. And I think to what you asked, Satvika, like what I would tell people who are running next year, this isn't just for the house captains. I think this is for everyone in the house. Guys, honesty and integrity. Please have it.
Okay, and you said getting everyone to participate. Was it easy for you to get everyone to participate in Prithvi, or were there a few challenges there as well?
I think, so what we did that really helped us was that before culturals, we sent out a sign-up sheet. So we asked everyone what their strengths were, and we like made a document, and it was really like planned, which really helped us organize ourselves better throughout the process. And definitely it wasn't easy. Like I remember running behind people and telling them to fill up the form, but I think that really made a difference to us.
That's very interesting that you guys made a sheet of all your house members' strengths and weaknesses. That's something for the future nominees for captain to think about. Reyansh, how was culturals for you?
Culturals for me was a blast, honestly, in terms of results and the whole process. I mean, obviously, our script was somewhat borderline offensive this year, and kind of writing it was a challenge, but it was also extremely fun. And there were a lot of complaints from other houses saying our play was too short. There's no minimum time limit. We took the win.
Yeah. So the Pavan play was distinct from the others in the sense that it wasn't based off a movie, right? It was based off of something else entirely. What gave you that idea?
Honestly, reading is something that everybody should do. My prior knowledge in mythology and a lot of discussions with others led us to form this idea that we want to base this off mythology as well. So I encourage everybody to start reading.
And Percy Jackson is definitely better than Harry Potter.
Yes.
Rohan, how was cultures for you?
Okay, before I say anything, first off, I want to thank all JAL members for this year. You guys have made this year extremely memorable for me. Thank you so much for that. And now coming to culturals, we didn't really have the results we wanted, be it short film or be it the big play. But we had our ups and downs, but in the end, I think the memories we made and the connections we made throughout, that's what stood apart from, I think, other houses.
Wait, before we finish with you, Reyansh, what is one quality that a captain should have?
I think a captain has to be confident, regardless if they're confident when they're like running for the election or they're confident while being a captain. It's something that will also grow. So I think you just got to be confident.
And one piece of advice for the future captains?
Listen to your juniors. They have extremely valuable insights and be able to take criticism.
That's very important. Rohan, a piece of advice?
I think this is mainly for people who are going to come up in student council next year. Don't be afraid to take hard calls. It's something that comes with your role, and even if people don't like it, you should stand by what you think is right for the house.
That's very important, yeah. And what's one quality that you think solidified your time as captain? That everyone that you think should stand
I
in the
don't
captain?
think I did this to my best, but I think communication is something that's very important within the house. Everyone should be kept in the loop, be juniors from IG1 or even middle school to IB2. Keep everyone in the loop. It's very important that everyone gets a chance to participate.
Yes, thank you, captains. That was very insightful and valuable. And I hope that everyone thinking of standing in not just the house leader positions, but student council entirely next year thinks about all this and does well. Thank you. Now, I'd like to call the 5th grade representatives, Chemin, Avyansh, and Akhil, to come up on stage. Okay, so these are the grade reps for 5th grade, right? And each of you, which sections do you represent?
Striders. I'm SS Splendid's. I'm also Striders.
Okay. And you guys have been grade reps for this past semester, yes? So they're going to tell us about something that they've done during their time as grade reps. As well, this is a reflection session. So, Chairman, would you like to start?
It was great to be a class representative in our class because we had a small borrow bowl. It's called a borrow bowl where we keep all the stationaries in, and we shared with everybody can share the borrow bowl and use the stationaries. And then I reminded them to keep the all stuffs that's from borrow bowl back so that next person can use it wisely and well. And I was keep on doing this for like days and days, and then it worked, and then yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing this.
That's a very great idea. A borrow bowl. Homeroom teachers, is this something we should do for high school as well? Yes.
So I really enjoyed being a class rep last semester. And one thing I did was, first we didn't used to have circle time in our class. So I encouraged them to form a circle and share some piece of news or information that they have read in newspaper recently. And it really worked. Everyone came with like one news. We went in alphabetical order. So I'm really happy with what I did, and I would like to continue it.
That's really great. Circle time. Thank you, Abhiransh. Akhil?
So I really enjoyed being class rep this year. So I had a couple of new initiatives. One was the having a small circle time, but to get everyone's suggestions, solutions, and problems on the school or wherever they're facing it. Could be inside the classroom or even in the corridors or the school. I used to take all the suggestions and I used to come and tell every one of them in the student council. And also, I made a thoughtful tank where people put their suggestions, again, ideas and problems. So we used to read them, think about them for a long time, and tell the problems and solutions which were really good in the student council.
That's really nice. There's a lot of alliteration that goes on in middle school, I've noticed. Wait, don't put it back yet. So was it an easy time for you guys to implement all this? The thoughtful tank, the borrow bowl, circle time. Was it easy, or did you guys face any challenges?
So for the circle time, at first when I just said this, so all of our friends and classmates, they didn't come at once. They're like, I need to do this. Wait, I didn't complete my homework. I'll do it now. So we couldn't actually move the circle time as much ahead as I thought to, because we were always delayed and late for it. But now recently they have started coming, as they know now that they have to come, and we all will share like some news or information. And now I'm happy with what is happening.
So with time it gets easier, right?
At first, when I implemented the thoughtful tank or the circle time, as Avian said, all the people were like, I'm going to play chess. Sorry, I didn't complete my homework. Or I have other things better to do. Or they would just randomly say some things. But then when you keep telling them, like in different ways, they understand it's an important thing. And slowly people started coming and understanding the importance of it, because first they used to put anything they wanted in the thoughtful tank, just stuff, papers, but now we get more valuable suggestions. And even in the circle time where I asked all their problems, they have good problems. And yeah.
Chairman?
So first, it was not that easy work to make people keep all the stuff back in Borough Ball. So, like Akil said, I told everybody in different ways, and slowly people start to give back all the stuff in Borough Ball. And now it's become a bit better, and then there's a less stuff on the ground.
That's really nice. Let's give a round of applause for our 50th year representatives. Thank you so much for coming here and talking to us about your initiatives. Other grade reps, you guys can take note. These are some really good ideas. Okay, thank you. And now we're nearing the end of our assembly, and I said I wouldn't take too long. Actually, I didn't say I would take too long. Anyways, now the student council will go around and distribute pieces of paper. I hope everybody has pens. No? Okay, I think IB2 has pens with you, right? No? Nobody got pens? Okay, so take these pieces of paper, go back to your class, and take a few minutes to just write your resolutions. Take inspiration from all that we've spoken about today, and you guys will have a jar in your classes that you put them in. And next year, when there's another assembly like this, you guys can open it and look back on all that you did throughout the year. Now, before we finish, let's all rise for the national anthem and face the flag. Before we all leave, I'd like to thank a few people, everyone who made this assembly possible. So for the arrangements, I'd like to thank Jagananna, Madhyana, Shrikantana, Samana, and the facilities team. For recording and uploading it on the school website, I'd like to thank Salvanana and Kodiana. For editing and uploading, for the editing, I'd like to thank Swayamanti. And for the music, I'd like to thank the KC Music Club and Joshua and Vyas and the music teachers. Thank you all so much. Happy New Year.